Hello and welcome back to another how-to Django tutorial. My name's Tom with Master Code Online. As always, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Before we even get started, I want to apologize. I am a little under the weather, so if this tutorial sucks, I do apologize in advance. So anyhow, let's get started. We're going to go ahead and continue working on our anti-spam app. We're going to create 2 pages to simulate a custom backend where only a super user and admin can access, and these will be a message list for our contact form and a message detail. They'll both contain buttons that if you click the button for a spammer, or record that data to this to the database, and it will also delete the message at all in one button click. All right, so that's our goal here. Let's get started. So open up your contact.views page. We're going to go ahead and import the permission required decorator. This allows us to easily password protect our page. So go ahead and do from Django.contrib.auth for authentication, decorators, and go ahead and do permission required. Also, while we're up here, let's go ahead and do from.models import contact. We're going to need that as well. Alright, so let's go ahead and create a new function. This function is going to be our custom backend message list page. So it's going to list all our messages. So the first thing we're going to do is go ahead and bring in our permission required decorator, so permission required. And then in here we're going to say admin.can underscore add underscore log underscore entry. Basically, this says, hey, anybody who's an admin or a super user can add it or logging entry. All right, so so this will only allow admins and super users to the back end or to access this page. All right, so let's go ahead and create a function. It's going to be a function-based view, message underscore list, and then we'll do request as our only parameter in here. Let's go ahead and bring in our template. So template is equal to, and we're going to create a new template, not bring in our template. So we're going to call our template message underscore list.html. All right. Then we're going to go ahead and access our data. So I'm going to say items is equal to contact.objects.all. So 2 things I want to point out I normally do here. First off, my template, I try to name it as the same as my function if I can. And the reason I do that is I need to get a sip of water. Hold on. My throat's killing me. So the reason why I do this is so I can easily find what I'm looking for in my templates directory or my function, depending on what I'm doing. So another thing I do is I try to constantly use either items if I'm getting multiple objects or item if I'm getting a single object, if I can. It makes life a lot easier when you're grabbing code from different areas and bringing it in. So I try to name everything the same if I can. It's just a little practice that I try to do. So there we go. We're getting all our contact messages. Now we're going to set a context variable. So as context is equal to a dictionary, we're going to pass in a string of items and then items. All right. So key value. All right. Let's go ahead and return render request template. And then our context variable context. Cool. So that's our message list. That's going to return all our messages to us. Now let's go ahead and set our detail view, our message detail view. It's going to be almost the same exact thing, but we're only getting one object versus multiple objects. So permission required, and we're going to do the same thing. Admin.can underscore add underscore log entry. All right, and then we'll do define message underscore detail. This is going to take 2 parameters, request and PK for primary key, because that's how we're going to decipher the difference between the two. Bring in our template. template is equal to message and detail. If you were paying attention to me, you should have known that's what I was going to say. Next thing we need to do is come up to the top. We're going to import get object or 404. I already have that in there, but we'll import that. That allows us to get an object or return a 404 page. If you have a 404.html document set up, I'll show you how to do that in a future tutorial. So it's going to be item is equal to get object 404 and then contact. And then we're going to say primary key is equal to primary key. All right. So basically, we're passing a primary key via the URL as a parameter into or an argument into this function, and it's passed down here to the get object 404 function, and that's how it locates what object we want. There we go. So you just learned all about the get object 404. And we're going to do a context variable like we did above. So dictionary, the key, don't type key, item. There we go. And then same thing, render or return. Render request template and context. There we go. Cool. Now we got two of our views set up, so we might as well go ahead and set up the URLs while we're at it. So wherever you got your URLs, go ahead and let's set them up. So in here, my contact.views, I'm going to have message underscore list and message underscore detail. And then I'm going to come down and I'm going to say path, and I'm going to bring in my message list first. So I'll just say this is called messages. And then I'm going to do message list and then name, and I'm going to name it, what should I name it? Message list. There we go. And then we'll get path, and then get our message / caret left primary key caret right. That's how we pass a variable into the URL. And then we'll go ahead and do message detail, and we'll give it a name of message detail. Alright, so there we go. Our URLs are set, and let's bring that up. Let's go ahead and create some templates. In our templates, let's create a new one called message list underscore list.html, and this is going to have a table. So let's go ahead and set up a table. Why aren't you cooperating here, Mr. Message List, please? I can't click inside my... God darn it. There we go. I got it working. So let's go ahead and create our table. In here's going to be a T-head. And this is not, I'm not here to teach you guys website design. That's way out of my league. I pay people to do that. So I'm going to show you guys how to make this all function properly, but we're not going for looks and styles. So we're not going to win any awards today with how great this website's going to look. So just want to give you guys a heads up if you're coming here to learn how to style a website. That is not my forte. So there we go. I'm just adding in what these are going to be in our table. Where you see read, that's going to be a button that will click to read the specific message, and then spam is going to be a button to record that messages email and IP address to the anti-spam apps tables to block. All right, down here we're going to make a T body for the body of our table. Let's go ahead and do for item in items. Alright, so we're going to loop through all our messages. We'll close our loop because I always forget to do this. So N4 like that. And in here we're going to have a table row. So caret TR. Then we're going to have all our table data. So what I'm going to do to make this a heck of a lot easier on myself is I'm going to go ahead and copy this and paste this 5 more times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. So the first one's going to be item dot first underscore name. Second one's going to be item dot last underscore name. Next one's going to be item dot email. Next one's going to be item dot IP underscore address. And next one's going to be item dot, no, that's not going to be that. This is going to be our read button. So we'll just do button read. And then this one's going to be our button spam. So we'll just do just type spam for now because I got to add some functionality to that. So we'll just leave it like that. There you go. There's our list template. Let's go ahead and set up the detailed template. So create another template called message underscore detail. So message underscore detail.html. And in here we are going to go ahead and do a p tag. And in here item dot first name. So we'll get the user's first name. This is a really styled, really nice. Wait until you see this blow the doors off anybody else's website. Last name, email. So item dot email. Let's get the user's IP address. So we'll do item dot IP underscore address like that. Let's return the message that they sent us. Probably some kind of spam like that. And then let's go ahead and put a button here for now. So we'll just do p tag something and just say spam sender. This will be where our button goes. All right, let's go ahead and configure our functionality now to record all this with a button press. So go to your utils.py file in your Spaminator, and we're going to create a function. And this function is going to be called add spammer. So define add underscore spammer. This is going to take two parameters: email underscore IP address. Like that. And then we're going to say blocked underscore email is going to be equal to blocked emails. And we're going to go ahead and create a blocked email object like this. And we're going to save that object by going blocked email.save like that. So basically, when I get this off the screen, peppy crap, blocked emails, we're adding email to the blocked emails, creating an object, and then we're going to save that object to the database just like that. We're going to do the same thing with the blocked with IP address. So let's go ahead and do IP is equal to blocked IPs, and we're going to go ahead and say IP underscore address is equal to IP underscore address, and then we'll come in here and say IP.save. We'll save that object to the database as well. So there we go. We got an easy function that will block that will create two objects and save them to the database. Sorry about that. So let's go ahead and open up our contact.views page over here, and let's go into our message list. I guess we'll start off with. So basically what we're going to do here is, first off, we need to bring in our add spammer. So add spammer function like that. All right, down here in our message list, how should we do this? Let me show you something real quick so you guys understand what I'm doing. Request, if request.post, first we're going to check if this request is a post request. If it is, we're going to go do something, but let's first do print, and we're going to do request.post, and we're going to print that so you guys can see what actually gets returned to us. So I'm going to run my server. It is running. Just take this because I don't think I have. No, I don't have this open. Go ahead and open this up, and we'll go to messages. There we go. And we don't have our button set up, so we can't show you yet. So let's go ahead and set up our button. Open up your message list. And in here, we're going to go ahead and add our button. So let's try to make this as clean as possible. To add a button to do something, when you click it, you got to basically put it in a form. So we're going to say form method is equal to post. All right, so there's our form, and it's going to be a post method. We're going to need the CSRF for the cross-site forgery token, like that. Man, I'm really starting to hit a wall right now. I do apologize. Input, and we're going to say input type. It's going to be a hidden input because we don't want to really display this data. We want to hide it, and we're just passing data via the post. So name, email, and then our value is going to be in here as item.email, and we'll close out that portion of the input. Let's go ahead and do one for the IP address input. Whoa. Type is going to be hidden, and then name, IP, what are we calling them? IP address underscore address, and value is going to be item dot IP underscore address, like that. And we're going to need our button, so we're going to say button type is going to be submit, and we're going to say spam. All right. Yeah, it works. All right, so I'm going to go back here and refresh this, and the whole thing I want to do is show you what happens when I click this button. This one has an IP address, so I'll click on this one. If I open up my terminal, I get the CSRF middleware token, and it passes that through. Then I get the email right here, all right, and then I get the IP address right there. All right, cool. So basically, what this is doing is passing through a dictionary. So I was trying to think of. So we got the key and the value. All right. So we got that information. Let's go ahead and go back to our views. And in our views, probably the simplest way to do this, request, we can get rid of this now. We'll just go ahead and do add underscore spammer, and then we're going to say request dot post dot email, and then we'll do comma, and we'll do request dot post, and we'll do IP underscore address. So there we go. We create. If we click that button, it's going to add the user's email and IP address, because we're calling it like a dictionary. Basically, we're getting the dictionary, and then we're accessing the key right here for each one. All right, we're passing them as arguments. All right. What else do we have to do? You know, it'd probably be wise of us to actually delete that message too, so we don't have to stare at the spam. So we'll just say spammer is equal to, we're going to say contact.objects dot filter, and we might as well delete them all, right? Instead of just deleting that object, so we'll just filter, get all the objects that have the same email and IP address, and delete them. So we'll just say email is equal to this. So we'll go ahead and paste that there, and then do comma, and then we'll do IP address is equal to this one. So if it comes back with any of these matching, we'll go ahead and delete them. So go ahead and do spammer dot delete, like that. All right. So you click that spam button, it's going to add the email and the IP address to the database, and it's also going to delete that object. There we go. We're really getting rid of these freaking losers. Alright, next thing we want to do is the same thing to the detail page. So let's get ahead and do that. So down here we'll just go ahead and do if request dot post, and we'll do add spammer like that, and actually it can be all the same as this. So why type it when you can copy and paste it? There we go. But one thing we should probably do with the message detail is we should redirect somewhere, because it's basically not showing us any more data. We delete it. So let's go ahead and redirect it. So go up to the top to your shortcuts, where you render and get object 404 is, type in re, and it should bring up redirect if you got PyCharm. And we'll just go ahead and redirect this somewhere. So return redirect to messages. I believe we called our URL message list. So underscore list like that. Alright. That looks good. Let's go try this out. Oh, wait, no, we gotta do a form button thing here. So we'll do form, and actually it's going to be the same exact one let me look at this for a second. Yeah, it's the same exact form. So we just copy that, take out this form, paste it in here, and this is another reason why I try to name everything items and item, because I can just bring all this crap in and it still works. You see, same form here as here. Item for single object. Items loop through as a temporary variable. We got item. All works out perfectly. So probably just have to refresh this. So we'll go ahead and first remove support at mastercode.online. So we'll go ahead and hit spam. Why didn't he get deleted? Hold on. Integrity. You're in my database. Okay. Oh, I know what's going on. I don't have an IP address for that. So, none. I gotta delete this crap. Sorry about this. Blocked emails. Let's delete that too. Alright. Back to what we're doing. We're deleting messages. So there we go. Alright. So I'm gonna hit spam on this. Boom. See it. Alright. Let's go ahead and read one of these. We didn't set up that button, did we? Message list, and no, we didn't set up that button, so let's go ahead and do that real quick. A is equal to href, and then in here curly brace %symbol. Let's do URL. I think it's message underscore detail, and then we'll do primary key is equal to item dot primary key, and %symbol curly brace. Close out the A tag on this side as well, and actually our button should be on the inside of the A tag, so just take the button, put that there, and take the button here, put that there, and now we'll go ahead and refresh this page and go ahead and say read. Nice message from Tom Myers. He's a spammer, so I'm gonna hit spam, and that one's alright. Crap. Let's do this one first, because that one's already in the database. So technically that should have been deleted, but since it didn't have an IP address, it was not deleted. So we should probably fix that in the next tutorial. Anyhow, let's get to this one where it's Tom at mastercode.online. This also doesn't have an IP address, but we should be able to delete and redirect. There you go. And the reason these are not deleting is because they don't have an IP address associated with them. And technically, from our previous tutorials, anytime you send a message, the only way you can pass sending a message is if an IP address exists. So we wouldn't run into this problem. So let's go ahead and just send one more message if you guys would like, for practice sake. So contact, and I'm going to say Tom Myers, I don't know, text at mastercode.online, mess. Oh, you're considered a spammer. That's right. My IP address is blocked because I spammed them too many times. But you guys get the idea. Basically, these couple messages we did have in there from before did not have IP addresses associated with them. So when we say, where's our views? Right here, like contact, email request, IP address, and then we try to delete them. They're not going to delete because the IP address doesn't match with the email. So that's why they're not going anywhere. But anyhow, it works because in this situation, you would never be able to have that situation. All right. So if you guys have any questions, let me know. In the next tutorial, I'm going to show you how to take each word in a message and block whatever words you want to block. We'll look at that, and maybe we'll fix the issue we just had at the end of this tutorial. Have a nice day. I'll see you in the next tutorial.